Player Cave with none other than our main man, Chris Fallica, joining us now on Bet. And of course, we have championship weekend come and go. The college football playoff is now set. Bowls have been aligned. There's 9,000 of them. Everyone gets to play in one. And bowl season is fun to wager on. So, Bear, let's start specifically, of course, with the college football playoff. Just want to get your thought on the initial lines that have come out with these semifinal matchups. We know it will be 3-4 more weeks until this games happen. But in the 1-4 matchup, Bama laying almost 2 touchdowns against the Cincinnati Bearcats. 13.5 is the number, a total of 58. Would you be backing the Tide here, or do you think that's too much against an undefeated Cincinnati team?
I think the number at 13.5 is indicating that the odds makers have quite a bit of respect for Cincinnati. So I would not be running out to bet Alabama right now until I get some further injury status. And at the same time, if you look at the matchups on the field, this is not a traditional Alabama bowl you over with the power running game type team. This is a team that the strength, Cincinnati's defense, I think, will give them some problems, especially being that the strength of the UC defense are their corners. And if Mechie can't play, which is believed to be the case, that takes away one of Bryce Young's weapons and hurts them offensively. I don't see either team scoring a whole lot of points in this game. I would lean towards playing that under. I know it was 59. It came down a point at 58, but I don't think Cincinnati is going to score a ton of points, and I don't think Alabama is going to go out and put up 38, 40 points and blow them out like I think probably a majority of people do. So I would be taking the under right now and waiting to make a play on the side.
All right, you mentioned the respect the books seemingly have for Cincinnati by setting that line at 13.5. As we move to the other college football playoff semifinal, 2-3 matchup between Michigan and Georgia. To me, Bear, it seems like the books not giving respect to a Michigan team that is 11-2 ATS this season and just won the Big Ten title game by 40 gosh darn points over Iowa. I know Georgia had been awesome all season long, but Alabama didn't have a hard time with them in the SEC title game. So with this sitting at 7.5, Georgia favored by 7.5. Do you think they're the wise play and we get a potential all SEC title game, or do you think there's some value on the maize and blue side?
Well, you mentioned that Alabama had an easy time with Georgia, and that was because the strength of the weakness, rather, of the Georgia defense was their secondary, and Alabama had some very favorable matchups there, and pass protected probably as well as they had all year long. The strength of the Michigan offense is not their vertical passing game. They do not have the twitch guys, the deep threats at wide receiver that are really going to stretch the Georgia defense. I like this matchup for Georgia. I think this is a Georgia defense that really prefers to play primarily in the trenches, stop the run. That's Michigan's strength. Yeah, I don't see this being a good matchup for Michigan at all. And I think what you hit on too, when this line was first posted, the majority of people really raised an eyebrow, like, wow, 7.5. The guys on the set yesterday when I was playing Guess the Lines with them, they were all guessing 3.5, 4, 5, and when I said 7.5, they kind of got like, wow, really that high? So if you like Georgia, I wouldn't be rushing to get in right now, because I do think, if anything, this number is going to come down because a lot of people will be attracted to taking Michigan, who a lot of people think is deserving of that #1 seed right now. So I think a lot of people out there, publicly at least, would like to take the Wolverines and the 7.5 here.
All right, that total really low at 43.5. That would seem to indicate the books think it will be a battle of the trenches. Whoever can play better defense, run the football better, win that matchup. So kind of contrasting matchups in each of the college football playoff semifinals, but great stuff there as we are still a few weeks away. Time to gather more information and see what happens between now and New Year's Eve.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.